All right, here we go. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're doing a life update. I said I wasn't gonna address anything until I was 100% sure and ready to talk about it. But today, as you are watching this, I am at a job. Like a real company job. Just let that sink in for a minute. So let's talk about how I came to this conclusion, because I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of questions. So previously, my last life update, I will link that up in a card for you guys. I was laid off from my job because they eliminated my position. That was back in February of this year. And after I was laid off, I kind of took a long, hard look at what I've been doing on the internet and, you know, revenues to create income and like all that kind of stuff. I just love creating so much and I really want to keep doing this, and I am going to keep creating videos for you guys. But as I sat down with my financials and really tried this out for what, 7 months, 6 months, 7 months, it's just at this point not sustainable. There's many different reasons for that, but basically it comes down to dollars and cents. While I was going through this, I was clearly looking for a job, but what I was really looking for was a part-time position that paid benefits. And when I mean benefits, I mean health insurance. Health insurance is a real killer in the budget, and my health insurance only lasts so long once you're unemployed, at least in the United States, and like the program that I am on. So that was the biggest thing for me, because as my company sits right now, I can't get health insurance on my own, plus I don't really have the extra money to pay for health insurance on my own either. So it just didn't fit, if that makes sense. So originally, like I said, I was looking for a part-time position somewhere. I applied at a bunch of different places locally and also some full-time positions too. And I actually went on lots of interviews. I didn't really talk about the interviews just because I never want to get like your guys' hopes up, especially if I'm talking about it on like Instagram or Facebook or something like that. I know you guys get excited for me and then you wonder like, well, where'd that job go? Why isn't she talking about it? It's because it didn't work out. There's several different reasons why things don't work out. Sometimes I apply for something and I don't hear anything. Okay, that just happens. That happens to everybody. And then sometimes I have an interview and then they end up going with a different candidate that suited their needs better. Totally fine. Also, I've been on interviews before where I go there and I read the job description online as to what the job posting says, and it turns out to be a totally different type of a job where they want all of these other things to happen that maybe I wasn't qualified for, or maybe I was not qualified to do. So that's happened. And then I've also been on other interviews where the description was very vague as to like benefits, and they basically offered zero benefits at all. Like no health insurance, no 401k, no nothing. And sometimes those are part-time positions and other times those are full-time positions, but sometimes it just wasn't written down on the original job posting that I was looking at. And sometimes you go on job interviews or you get a call back or you do a phone interview and the salary was not disclosed. And once they tell you how much it is, you're like, no. Like, how do you say that in a nice way that your answer is going to be no regardless, just because you wouldn't be happy making that specific salary? So cut to now. So I'll tell you kind of how I found this job. It's kind of a funny story. So I am friends with a gal from high school on Facebook, and I am not active on my personal Facebook at all. I do a lot of stuff on the Favorite Daughter Emily page and like other groups that I'm in and things like that. But my own personal page, I don't post anything at all. So if you request to be my friend, you're probably gonna get denied, but honestly, there's nothing there to see besides profile pictures, and like basically that's it. All the things you want to see are on the FDE page, and it's always linked down below if you guys want to check it out on Facebook. So anyways, this gal had posted that they were looking for some candidates for her office. And she listed the job, and I clicked the link and I'm like, well, I'm kind of looking, and it didn't say, I don't think the listing said if it was full-time or part-time when I like clicked the little hyperlink. So I was like, well, I'll check it out. So I'm reading through the job description and I'm like, that sounds like something I would really enjoy. So then I send her a message, and then I see that it's full-time. And I'm like, I don't know. well, I'll just send her like a Facebook message and see what happens. So I send her a Facebook message and I'm like, hey, can you tell me more about this position? Do you know anything about it? Are you in HR? Because I didn't know what she did for a living. She's a Facebook friend, like I said, from high school, that basically all my friends from high school that I don't like have their cell phone numbers to, I'm just basically stalking them on the internet. I just want to like know where they're living and what they're doing, and you know, if they've got a family or kids, they go on vacation, like I just want to see your pictures, you know, like that's kind of what it is. So she tells me all about the role and what it would entail. She's not in HR, but actually I would be taking her position, and she is going to be remotely working that same position, but in another state now. So anyway, they were just looking for a qualified candidate, and she's been with the company for several years. They've gone through some changes recently, and you know, since she's been there for so long, she had some really great constructive things to say about the company, as well as some really positive things as well. So you know, overall it's like very positive there, which I love. And I actually did what, 3? Nope. Yeah, 4 interviews? Hold on. I think it was 3 yes, 3 interviews. Wow, I had to think about that for a moment. I did a phone interview with HR, and then I got passed to, I think it was the director of operations, and then I got passed to the person that I would report directly to. The director of operations is the person I directly reported to. I did those interviews in person, and the phone interview clearly was on the phone with HR, and they were just kind of like weeding out candidates. So anyways, got all that handled, and I start today. So that's exciting. I'm pre-filming this because I'm not going to be wearing my like Austin t-shirt to work, because I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to say where I'm working because clearly privacy reasons and things like that. I will say that it's not super close to where I live, but I'm already used to like more than an hour commute anyway, so that really doesn't bother me too much. One of the things that I really like about the company that they are really big on is they have a flexible schedule. They just want you to work about 8 to 9 hours a day minimum. And I am in an hourly position, which is actually kind of nice because I will get overtime if we're really busy, which does happen in the summertime as well. I'm kind of looking forward to that. There are options to work from home if there's really bad weather or things like that as well. And I believe that they're going to be at some point issuing me like a laptop to have here. So if I want to work on the weekends or something like that, I can just open up my laptop and work. The gal that I'm friends with on Facebook from high school, she actually lives very close to the office. So she said she would go in on Saturdays to kind of wrap some things up and do some things without distractions. But she liked to actually go into the office, but she clearly works really, really close to the office. So I don't. So I would much rather work from home if I could, like on the weekends and stuff, and just get some stuff done. But we'll kind of navigate that and figure out how that's going to work. I know a lot of people are probably wondering what I'm actually going to be doing. And basically I'm going to be working for a company that manufactures staging and railings for large scale projects. And I'm going to be doing a lot of the data entry into the computer. So what happens is, clearly there's people that sell the product, and then there's designers that design the products with architects. And then my position is I process all of the information into the system that then goes to the fabrication side of the business. So I'm kind of right in the middle of like the designers and then the shop staff. So I have to make sure that everything that we need for a job is available, so it's in our inventory, and how much we need of things, and how that process is going to be going through as well. And then also I work pretty closely with like the shop manager as well, which I already met. The last time I was there I met him as well, but I'll probably be meeting him today, if not already when you guys are watching this. So all in all, this job was kind of not something I was looking for, but just seemed like a really, really great fit for me. I feel like the atmosphere is overall really positive there. And to be honest, I don't think I've worked at a place that was overall positive in the workplace environment in a couple of years, which is sad. But I know a lot of you guys out there can probably identify with that, where sometimes going to work every day and having either one person or a group of people, or just even the leadership bring you down when you walk in to work every day, is just very taxing. if you know what I mean. But overall, the teams work really well together. They all communicate really well together. The staff is actually quite young, which I'm kind of excited about because I haven't been at a place where leadership is in their late 20s, mid 30s in a long time. So I think they said the average age of the employees there is 30. So we've got some younger people. There's definitely, you know, people that are closer to retirement as well, but lots of new and fresh ideas. Not to say anything's bad with someone that's over a certain age, but it is nice to get people that are qualified in their positions regardless of age or seniority. I know I've worked at a lot of jobs where people have this certain position just because they've been there longer, but they're not necessarily qualified for the position, or they don't do a good job in that position. They just have it because they were kind of grandfathered into that position. So let's talk about YouTube and the posting schedule. So I haven't been on a posting schedule in almost a year now, and I don't plan to be. Recently I have been posting every day, but that may or may not change. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's going to change in the near-ish future. I am, like, as I'm sitting here right now today, I'm about a week ahead on videos. And I have like a posting schedule and all of that good stuff like in my planner, so I know what I'm posting and when I'm posting it. But as for actual like regular content, I'm not sure. However, I still will be here. I'll still post as regularly as I can. If I can only post once a week, I'm gonna post once a week. If I can only post a couple of times a week, that's when I'll do it. So I'll just post when things are ready once I like kind of run out of videos. But I'll probably still be doing vlogging and things like that. So I'm very excited about that, to bring you guys some more vlogs in the future. And I think as you're seeing this, there might be a vlog coming up later in the week from this past weekend that hasn't happened yet. This is so confusing, pre-filming stuff. So I'm very excited about this new chapter in my life. I hope you guys are excited too. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support and everything like that on my YouTube channel and my Etsy shop, and just everything has been like just amazing. But feel free to stay subscribed or subscribe, because I am still going to be posting content on my channel. And as always, if you guys ever have any ideas, you can either send me a DM or you can put it in the comments below or comment on my Instagram post or something like that. I've actually been doing a couple of requested videos recently, and I actually really liked how they turned out, even though I might not have liked filming them. One of them was like way out of my comfort zone, and I was just kind of like, the whole time. But I like kind of getting out of my box and my routine of just producing similar videos all the time. So suggestions are always welcome. But anyway, I think I've talked for too long. Hopefully I've answered all of your questions. If I didn't, feel free to post them down below, and I'll get back to as many of you as I can. So yeah, I'm off to work. Who knew? So thanks so much for hanging out with me for a little part of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Well folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.